What's up, man? We back with another episode, man. Episode
Yes,
7
sir.
of Beyond the Game. Today we gonna take a break from the NBA, man. We've been talking a lot of playoffs. We're gonna shift over to some NFL, man. Derrick Henry gets a contract extension. What are the Saints about to do, man? Now that Derek Carr is retired, George Pickens is off. To them sorry ass Cowboys, man. And then we're gonna look at some other things going on around the NFL with these rookies, and then we got the college and NFL schedule release, man. That and more on this episode of Beyond the Game. All right, man. Derrick Henry gets a contract extension, 2 years, 30 million, with 25 million guaranteed. This is a crazy contract for a running back at his age, but he is still productive. Chris, how do you feel about this man getting this contract?
Man, if anything, bro, it's well deserved for real. Like, he's the king, gotta pay the king. And then the upward trend in NFL too of running backs finally getting their due diligence, finally getting
Mm,
the market that they deserve. I think especially too at the running back position, like we both play football, we know you're getting hit every play, almost as if an O lineman. And just for not only the return on the investment that they have on their body,
on their body, yeah.
but in a general sense, we just saw what Saquon did this season, bro. Like,
I'm pretty sure, but you talking about return on investment on your body, bro. Running backs and linebackers. I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but I'm pretty sure they got the shortest careers. Like we talk about the average
yeah,
careers like 3 to 5 years. Them boys, if that, if five, I think it's more like 3 years. Them boys be take. That's every play. Because regardless, like you're the
man,
offensive
man,
lineman. Yeah, the offensive lineman and defensive lineman doing that, but they also 300 pounds. They built for that. Them
yes,
boys,
bro, strong as
them
ox.
linebackers, and they don't got that far to go. So like they hitting each other. But you talking about running backs, linebacker, they meeting in the hole. They hitting like they ain't.
Like
That's
running backs
real.
asking to get chipping guys off the edge, asking
Yeah,
for help in the
blocking too on pass plays.
pass
That's
game.
what I'm saying. Every play.
I like you said to linebacker perspective too, bro. You got to pull and guard. Hey, you're the one. You're that guy. You're that guy. Whether you're Fred Warner, whether you're Greenlaw, whether you're
You don't want
Patrick
to see him
Queen,
coming around that corner though. You don't want to see
exact.
that.
Especially not at no NFL level either, bro.
You don't want to see that coming around the corner.
Like there was a reason my football career ended where it was. Because if I ever had to meet Trent Williams on an off tackle, man, stop it, stop it.
Stop it.
or
Stop
even
it.
or even get double team, bro. You catching a combo block from a guard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because what they combo up to the next, up to the second level. You gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel that. You gonna
Especially
feel
when
that.
you know a team is gonna run your way. Like, nah, like
Playing
you
a team
both
like
said.
Baltimore, and then you got Kyle Hughes check and Derrick Henry. That's a punishment.
Like,
That's
bro,
week in and week out.
and then
That's a
don't forget,
punishment.
even with the tight ends too, linebackers got to match up on them. So now you gotta go cover Mark Andrews. Now you gotta cover the young Isaiah Likely. Like,
Yeah.
boy, it's a lot, but it's well deserved for sure, 100%.
Yeah. At age of 31, like
But
my
he's
man gonna be
31 doing
33.
it.
Yeah, that's real too though.
he
He
doing
30.
it
He
though.
31 doing it. He is 31 years old doing it. Like, but at what point do they take the next step and go win a championship? Like they have to. I hope and I think a player like uh what's his name, Wester,
Levante.
Lejante Wester. I hope somebody like Lejante Wester puts them over the gets them over that hump. But like, at what
Yes.
point we need championships? We need championships. We need
Yeah.
championships. Like
I think part of
this.
that Derrick Henry contract is, hey, we want you here these next 2 years. We want to win now.
That's fair. And you gotta like think
Because outside of
Jerry
him too,
Jones. Go ahead.
I'm about to say outside of him too, how much longer we gonna have Mark Andrews?
That too.
Like they need a. I think I can't remember exactly or not. If they address, I think their guard. They need another guard at Baltimore or a center, one of the two, somewhere in the interior offensive line. They want
Are they
another
gonna be
guard.
all right on the offensive line though? They and they're gonna be all right on that offensive line.
But even whatchamacallit, Haloti Nada. How much longer we gotta have Haloti Nada?
Dude, you got yeah.
So it's definitely a win-out situation. Like you said, with Wester, that's
They got the
definitely
ball
one of those
players
key
on defense
pieces.
though.
Yeah, defense on
Defense,
lock.
they good.
Malachi Stark's in there now too, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, like he was telling me the other week, Kyle Hamilton walking down to the box, and then you got Starks across the top.
Bro, they put that man on the edge and let him blitz, and he picked something off, bro. Picked the ball off and took it for 6. And he can.
6'4".
But bro, we saw in the AFC Championship, like he is guarding Travis Kelce, bro. Like he's guarding your best tight end and taking him out the game, bro.
That
like
development, bro, is hitting.
he's not, and he is laying that shit every time he come downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Every time man, at 6'4" though, at 6'4".
Like, Derrick James, make him 6'4".
6'4". Yeah,
And
make him
Derrick
6'4".
James 6'3". Like he ain't small either.
But I don't know. I gotta dig into the film, but like
that receiving core, that's the main thing I think with Baltimore, that last piece that they need, just constant and really consistent receiver production throughout the season.
yeah,
Throughout
and that's
the
why
season.
your best receiver is Zay Flowers. And I mean, I guess like with the kind of offense they run, everything in their offense is just short and intermediate though. They need those explosive plays, and that's tough. Like that's tough. And you're hoping someone like LeJontay Wester can open that up and you start getting those big explosive plays, but where's your you have your fast slot guys, but like where's your I don't look at it like LeJontay Wester as taking the top off of a defense player. Like I look at him and like working that short intermediate. Like
yeah, I think his production definitely is gonna mostly come from that slot position. Those
so
outside guys, though, like you're saying.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody ain't Christian Watson. Everybody ain't damn 6'4", running 4.3. All right, like, but where is your running out your hamstring literally. But like, where is your big play receiver, your big explosive receiver? And I think like you have guys that can get the ball and make people miss. But I guess like you say, Rashad Bateman is that. But like Rashad Bateman, he has moments. You look at Rashad Bateman, you like, yo, like. But then there's also Rashad Bateman go missing in games. Like Rashad Bateman can go missing.
Did they just sign DeAndre Hopkins?
Bro, D-Hop ain't been D-Hop, bro. That's D-Hop, bro. D-Hop ain't D-Hop no more. And I hope and
production at Kansas
yes,
City,
but I hope DeAndre Hopkins can still get out there and do what he does. Like I'm a D-Hop fan. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like you said, no, like you were saying, we don't need him. We don't need 12, 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
We don't need 1,000. Give me 600-800.
Yes, we just need a versatility in our offense.
I mean that's your jump ball receiver, but he still ain't no. Yeah.
But then you have him we bring in Wester, and then you bring in Zay Flowers.
With Rashad Bateman, I hope it opens up something for Rashad Bateman.
I just need their pass game and their passing schemes need to just progress a little bit more, like you were saying.
The play calling and playbook, yeah.
We can eat up short, cool. But like you said, until either A, we take the top off the defense, or B, we have sort of schemed up design, like just bring in more pass packages.
Got to, bro. We got to get out of this 12. They run too much 12, 22, 21 personnel, bro. We got to get out of it.
Yes,
we got to get out of it. And yes, when we get to the playoffs, like this game slows down. We have to be able to running and defense is what wins you games in the playoffs.
But they can do that.
But it's got exactly. But that's only gotten you so far. The next step, like wow, Lamar Jackson has gotten better and he has improved in his passing abilities. I think at this point it is on the organization to go get him those receivers because, like, yes, Lamar Jackson still misses some of those throws, but it's also, bro, like, you'll take some of those misses because when he tuck that and run,
he's gonna make up for all of it.
And then some. And so you gotta take the bad with the good because the good is great, like, and the bad ain't terrible. The bad. So but I want to see them take that next step, man, because I don't want to look out here in 10, 10 years later, and now Lamar still ain't got him a ring, man. And then it's like Lamar Jackson goes into that conversation of greatest quarterback. You're a great quarterback, but you never won it. Like you great, but you don't enter that conversation of greatest. Like there have been only very few people who have won unanimous MVP, who have gone two-time MVPs, and who he almost went unanimous twice. And it's like you're in rarefied air. You got to win you a chip. You got to.
Admittedly, he has experience. Like I don't think it's necessarily a Lamar problem.
I don't either. I don't. It's the organization, I think.
Yes, and the rest of this offseason, I feel like is really good to pick how they're going to start off that first half of the season.
Think so. Yeah.
Because it's still a tough division. Cleveland could pop out this year. You still got the Bengals, who re-Arsenal. Now, that D-line, they did all right. I feel like I think they could have done better. But overall, since he's the Bengals to make another run too.
Bengals going to score about... They're going to score a whole lot of points.
At least this year.
Let's hope. Yeah, let's hope they can play some defense.
And then we got Pittsburgh.
I give up on Pittsburgh.
We can give up on Pittsburgh, but we can't.
Who's that quarterback? Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, but how many times has the Ravens lost to Pittsburgh in the last 3 years?
What's the name going? Mike Tomlin gonna have them boys ready to play, but we gon' like how many seasons at this point, bro? I'm at this point after the whole thing that happened with Shador and bro, your number one quarterback right now is Kenny Pickett. Well, I'm no, Kenny Pickett with the Eagles, ain't he?
Nah, he's with the Browns, right?
No, yeah, that's Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph is what I meant. Mm-hmm. Mason Rudolph, like your best quarterback is Mason Rudolph. Like, how's your best quarterback Mason Rudolph, bro?
It's crazy too, bro. Because
Will Howard's a bum. Will Howard's a bum.
Out of Steelers camp, he's looking like possible QB1 after this past week.
I mean, we talking about a dude with 8.5-inch hands as a quarterback, bro. Kenny. I mean, Mason Rudolph, like. Oh, no, that was Kenny Pickett with the little hands. I just get they whole because they whole quarterback room was trash. Why you got Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett in the same room anyway? The Steelers. I give up on the Steelers, bro. Speaking of quarterbacks, though, man, Derek Carr retires. He calls it quits. And now you look at that sorry ass room they got in New Orleans.
To me, looking at that, Derek Carr about pulled at DeMarcus Lawrence when he gets to the Cowboys. Because now y'all stuck, Chuck.
Stuck like Chuck, ain't they?
Cool. I would even
stuck
say,
like
honestly,
Chuck, and now all you got is Tyler Shucks, bum ass.
Honestly, stuck to an extent because I'm not completely sold off the fact that Spencer Rattler can't come out here and still do good.
Oh yeah, we done talked about that though. Spencer Rattler, bro. Coming out of high school, Spencer Rattler was nice. When he was at Oklahoma, Spencer Rattler was nice. My boy went to South Carolina. They didn't necessarily have the pieces. My boy was fighting for his life at South Carolina. Like he was fighting. He was fighting at South Carolina. And then you look at last year, they didn't really do much to make that team good, but I feel like they were still somewhat competitive.
Yeah, even losing Chris Olave for a lot of the season too.
And I think that experience is going to do a lot for Spencer Rattler. Like you said, I think he's the best quarterback in this room. Like it's just that straight like that. Like, and you're not going to tell me 24, 25-year-old Tyler Shuck is the guy, okay? Like, I'm sorry, the man graduated.
Same age, or 80?
Bro, I think he graduated high school before Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, because Spencer's like class of 2019.
We talk about what's the name? Like, bro, he's literally our age. Like, he went into college, and from 2018 to 2020, he was at Oregon. From 21 to 23, he was at Texas Tech. He only played one full season, and yes, he's been hurt. Yeah, COVID, whatever. He's played one full season in 7 years. And it was at Louisville, and they went 9-4. And I respect Louis Riddick and everything he has to say. But Louis Riddick, I will not forget that tweet that you put out, putting Tyler Shuck in the same conversation as Cam Ward and Shador Sanders.
I don't think he's in the same conversation as Jackson Dart.
Jalen Milroe, like, what are we talking about?
Being real, even looking at that point of view too, Jackson Dart only had to really leave USC because Lincoln Riley was going to start him. And now
Nah,
they're stuck with what happened with Miller Moss. And then even
yeah.
Jalen Milroe, bro, like, there was talks, and people were doubting that Jalen Milroe was even going to start at Alabama. And now we got Tyler Sharp, to what you said, one full season out of 7 years, and then to go out,
Louisville, bro, in the ACC, like, get out of here.
and then you go out, lose to Stanford.
Go ahead, I hear you.
Your audio switch is playing through the headphones again.
You good, bro. Keep talking. Just keep
I
talking.
got you. I got you. But yeah, then to go to Stanford or play Stanford, lose by 3 points to Stanford, who just joined the ACC. I mean, in a great game like we spoke about before. But the fact against Miami, you had 3 drives, but you just stalled out. The SMU, who we saw did not only in college playoffs, played against how they played against Clemson in the ACC championship, and then Notre Dame, which I guess to me seems like the most understandable loss because they did go on to the national championship. But then in that season, you only had 62 completion rating. There were 23 touchdowns and 6 picks. And going back and seeing those 6 interceptions is not pretty. Like, I say at least 5 of those were just bad decision making overall.
Now, like you were saying, though, it's not pretty. Like, no, seeing them 6 interceptions, no, that is not. It's not. Like,
it's not just the fact that it's 6. It's just the way those 6 happened. Because the one that I was going to give him wasn't his fault. Was a high ball, looked like on an end break, either an end route or deep, like a deep dig or an end breaking route, when the ball was already like 2-3 feet above the receiver.
bro, Tyler, bro, don't. I can give you so many examples of why Tyler Shuck is not a good quarterback, bro. You look at some of the throws that he makes, and it's like, okay, like I 1000% believe Louis Riddick has spent so much more time digging into his film and watching what he's doing. But I don't. You do need to watch the film because you don't always understand what is happening just based off of watching the game on TV.
100%.
But when I be watching this man play on TV, bro, I look at him. I'm genuinely like, what are you doing and what were you thinking when you did that? Like, you couldn't have been like, okay, we talk about playing the game of football. You play the game the best when you're not thinking. And if Tyler Shuck, if that's the way you gonna play when you're not thinking, nigga, I don't want you to play at all. All right, what are we doing?
Exactly, bro. Because some of them ill-advised, like off the back foot. Like I understand sometimes
You playing free,
play, but
yeah.
why are you throwing off the back foot when you do not have to? You can eat the sack inside the pocket, bro.
Hey, but these are the same things. These are the same things when it's like, but these are the same things that are not Shedeur Sanders for.
Exactly.
Same things. Same things.
Took the most sacks with 70%.
That man set a record for completion percentage behind arguably the worst offensive line over a 2-year span in college football, bro. Like
93, 95, something like that.
But what you mean?
Shedeur. Talk about sack total. He took over 2
Yeah,
years,
bro. Nah, more than that though. It might be more than that. I forgot what he is. It like you, but like you said, it's
that's just the sacks.
At least 100. It's at least 100. Like, and that's sack. Like you saying sacks. Like, and that's not even talking about QB hits. Like just him getting flat hit. Like, bro.
I even saw clips of what Tyler's getting hurried, but bro, your decision making is still bad on that. Like,
but we're talking about in the ACC where it's like, bro, like, let's be real. How many of them are really gonna get the opportunity to go to the league? Like, unless they're coming out of Clemson, how many people are we really like out of the ACC? Miami, like freaking even Xavier Restrepo. All the records he broke this year, my boy still went undrafted. What are we like?
Exactly, bro. Exactly, dog.
Bro.
Like,
you talking, but then you gonna tell me this dude that he had 62% completion percentage, 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
23 touchdowns, but there was a game this season where they put up 62 points.
Yeah, that game against Miami. They put up 45.
And he started out about 3 different times where they could have went ahead and had a game sealed.
Mm-hmm.
And got the ball back. Like, bro, I understand, like, play calling, certain things definitely do happen, too. But when we're looking at a prospect as an individual, we got to keep everybody on the same scale, man. And this draft clearly showed not everybody was graded upon the same scale.
Oh, no.
Not just with the quarterbacks either, but
Thank you, but that's neither here nor there. Hey,
Yeah, facts.
that's neither here nor there. Like that's bullshit. But it is what it is, man. George Pickens gets traded, man. The Steelers gave up a third round to get DK. They get it back. They get a third round next year. Fifth round in 2027, and a late round pick swap. I believe that was in this most recent draft. How do you feel about this? Like George Pickens to Dallas? I think this is two-sided. I want to. What are your opinions? How do you feel about it?
Honestly,
And don't go calling me a George Pickens hater either, though. Don't go calling me a George Pickens hater.
honestly though, thinking about it right now, first thing that come to mind, unless Baltimore didn't have what the Steelers possibly were looking for, or just the fact that we're not going to trade to the AFC North, I wouldn't mind seeing George Pickens in Baltimore. I think
But
that
it's
would
probably that. It was probably that. They understand he's a talented receiver, and I
and
ain't
added
just
that
sending
to
him
Lamar,
anywhere.
boy, we ain't never going to win again. But
Yeah, I ain't just
honestly,
sending him nowhere.
honestly, for the price that Dallas paid, I think Dallas got a steal, man. Because unless the Steelers, there's no way the Steelers, in my mind, with the draft picks that they have right now, they're going to be able to go ahead and draft a receiver the next 2
I
years.
got a question for you
Without
though. I got a question though for you though.
shot.
If I just got DK Metcalf for a third round draft pick, and I can get a third and a fifth for George Pickens, who's been more productive?
DK.
What do we with George? I'm betting on potential. DK went out there and given the Seahawks 1,000 yards. He's put up the touchdowns. He's put up the numbers. Like you're betting, and essentially, I think if anything, I think the Steelers played their cards pretty well because you got your third round draft pick back. Like, and yes, for next year. I mean, I don't think they played their cards well from the standpoint of they ain't got no quarterback, but you essentially traded George Pickens for DK Metcalf, and you got a fifth round draft pick. I'll do that. You telling me I give up George Pickens and I get DK Metcalf in the fifth round?
I understand that, but then at that point, what's the plan for the future? Because you got DK now. Like you
Nigga,
said,
they clearly don't have no plan for the future. But they clearly don't have no plan for the. Who was their quarterback? Like,
But this is my whole thing though, bro. I understand the move. Like you definitely got your value back. In the sense of looking at them towards a potential standpoint and getting your draft picks. 100%.
if I'm gonna be,
but
go
then
ahead.
going to win this year, what do you have on offense that's going to help you win this year?
I can say the same thing for the Cowboys. I think if anything, congratulations, Cowboys, you played yourself. You still can't run the ball. You still can't stop the run. What are we doing? Congratulations, you played yourself. What are we talking about? And no way did your team did not get better in a way to where they can win games. Like, they've been able to throw the football. Throwing the football isn't a problem. Yes, you have a good number two. You have a great number two receiver. Like, you're starting. You have a Devontae Smith, AJ Brown type receiving room, and it's like, okay, I understand and I get it, but we know that this game, as we were just talking about, game comes down to running the football and playing defense. They still can't run the ball, and they damn sure can't stop the run.
I mean,
just because you signed Micah to that contract. What are we talking about, bro? Yes, you got the deal done. Yes, kudos. Yes, y'all needed to get that done because we know how BS Jerry Jones be. But guess what Micah Parsons don't do? Stop the run. Mike, you run at Micah Parsons. Like,
I feel that,
like, bro.
Now this is gonna be the only time too that I'm ever gonna defend these Cowboys, like you said, because they sorry ass been had a chance.
Sorry ass.
Now to the points that the Cowboys did make in the draft too, though they also would have got Tyler Booker.
Yeah,
one of your boys.
They always have a good offensive line, though. They always have a good offensive line.
They went ahead and picked up 2 D tackles, got another edge. They got 2 running backs. We talked about Jaden Blue before. That man, I don't think he even got to play last season because he tore his ACL in fall camp for Texas last year. But then, you know who else they got? That motherfucker, Bill Musafa.
Yeah.
So they're re-upping to go ahead and address these issues. Now, the only thing is, because this is a Cowboys, where's the execution going to come in?
I mean that too though. But you're talking about two unproven running backs.
You think Mustafa's unproven?
Bro,
At
Phil
NFL
Maffa,
level.
Phil Maffa, bro. There's a reason why Phil Maffa was a 7th-round draft pick.
But they run an air raid at Clemson.
I understand, but no, Phil Maffa was still a good back. Like in college, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Phil Maffa was still a really good running back at Clemson. But there's a reason why he went where he went in the 7th round. And understand also what we said. If people weren't being evaluated, we understand like the running back position really slid in this draft further than I thought they were going to. But
because Scottaboo dropped, and even DJ Giddens from Kansas State, I think he should have been at the lowest, like the 4th running back off the board.
But Chris, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I do. Phil Maffa is not. He played well at Clemson, and I like Phil Maffa at Clemson. But you got a new head coach. You're talking 2 new running backs. Yes, they drafted defensive linemen. Yes, I think they had a pretty good draft. The Cowboys had a pretty good draft.
Yeah.
But it's all
Tackle,
unproven.
linebacker.
It's all unproven. Man, they need that linebacker. They need that. Their spine of their defense, linebackers and safety, like their safeties aren't terrible. They're decent. But their linebackers, the only noticeable linebacker you could have talked about for the Cowboys in the past, I don't know, 3-4 years is like, what's his name? Leighton Vander Esch. And like he was pretty good, yeah. But like he's not even there no more.
What's bro for Notre Dame? They traded him away. That was really bad. That's where it started going downhill too. Jalen, I think it was Jaden Smith, that linebacker.
Yeah.
From Notre Dame.
I know who you're talking.
I
can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
His last name was Smith. That man in college, before he got hurt, he was looking like the next closest thing we got had Fred Warner. Because that boy went field sideline 2 sides.
But that's what'd you just say? What happened to him?
Got hurt.
All right, so that's what I'm saying when I talk about Jaden Blue. That's what I'm saying when I talk about. I mean, I don't know if Phil Maffa got hurt, but Phil Maffa, like, I don't know. I just say that there's a reason why he went in the 7th round, and I didn't see as much like pass catching. Granted, I didn't watch many Clemson games. I didn't even know. I'm not gonna say I didn't know. I did not think Clemson was even going to be in the ACC championship. And Miami dropped 2 games, and then all of a sudden they in there playing SMU, whatever. But like, just I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I get it, but I don't know, bro. I don't think the Cowboys. They still 3rd in the division.
100%. Because they got y'all out of nowhere, and then the Eagles.
The Washington ain't playing with them boys this year. We not playing with them boys this year. Hey, look.
Prediction. Matter of fact, go ahead, drop your prediction. What's your record against our conference this year?
In conference? Oh well, we probably gonna get 2 again. We probably gonna get. I mean, that's what I meant in the division. We probably gonna get 2 against the Giants. Like everybody probably gonna get 2 against the Giants. Like we, like Russ ain't changing nothing out there. Like I think the Giants had a pretty well. Like we've talked about. I think everybody had a pretty well drafted pretty well this year. Like I don't think anybody had
drafted their needs for sure.
Yeah, I don't think people had a bad draft. But I feel like we can get 2 against the Giants. We'll probably split with the Eagles. We might split with the Cowboys. So I say we 4-2.
But say playing Dallas, you go down to the Dallas. Hey man, that's a game in itself. You already playing one team. Well, no, you playing 2 teams really.
Ain't nobody.
I ain't worried about the Cowboys either. I'm saying the second team is the black and white.
What you mean?
The black and white, the referees, my G.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know how that get down? It don't matter who down there, boy. You got 2 teams to play every week.
out in Jerry's world, yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. We gonna handle it. We gonna do what we gotta do this year.
I think George Pickens was definitely for Dallas a good pickup with something they godly needed. Because outside of CeeDee
badly.
Who did they still got what's his face? Jake Ferguson down there?
I don't know. I think so. Hey, though, let's talk about their receiving core. Because you cannot. What happened to Brandon Cooks, bro? When bro was in Houston? But when bro was in Houston, Brandon Cooks was that nigga. Like, Brandon Cooks was that boy.
The Saints, too, my G. Like,
Brandon Cooks was that boy. What happened when he got to Dallas? Brandon Cooks was that boy. Like you was not
He
going.
might have got hurt there, but I don't really think he got hurt.
I don't remember, and that I could have missed that. But Brandon Cooks was that boy. Like
One of the, he looked like Randall Cobb.
yeah, for real.
Like just getting that production, making it happen, winning routes, getting separation. And it's crazy to me. He's one of those guys I look at, low key. Older he get, damn near getting better.
Yeah.
And not even just understanding the game, but production. Like he's just producing more and more. And then they have who? Turpin?
Yeah, Kevontae Turpin. He's more of a
Outside
return like utility type guy. He getting your jet sweeps or whatever.
But then outside of that, I don't know who else to name.
You can't like.
Which is crazy.
They got a whole bunch of like Stephen A. say they got a whole bunch of niggas named Jalen out there playing receiver that they ain't done nothing.
Jalen's crazy.
Got a whole bunch of Jalen's out there that ain't done shit in the league.
That's why you got to do what you got to do. When there's George Pickens or somebody upon that level, go ahead and grab him.
I mean, or you can be like Carolina and go and draft somebody like Jimmy Horn, man. Colorado,
these would have been brilliant too.
These college, but I think the receiving core, like I think the receiving room, I think a lot of players are slipped in this draft, and for some reason or another, teams didn't find the value in getting these guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, this could be a class that makes these people pay. I hope it is. I truly hope it is.
Bro, it's a deep class. It's a deep class. I'm talking talented.
Even Siobhan Revel is at the Cowboys. Will Johnson, they said sit down. Like,
what's his name, bro? They secondary. They're corners at least. Like, cause Siobhan, he can play inside and out. And when you already got Deron Bland and you got what's his name?
You gotta have a healthy Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, and it's like that's so crazy that Nick took Trayvon and moved him from receiver to DB, and now Trayvon. But that's where you see those ball skills. He has the ball skills, but
it's just technique.
That motherfucker will jump a route. He will jump a route, and that'll get him burnt. That gets him burnt though. That boy be getting toasted sometimes, roasted and toasted.
Just bite it, man. Just try to playing a bit off instinct.
But I feel like as a receiver, you should know that though. Like like, especially when you have an aggressive corner. Like it is what it is, man.
He's younger to his DB playing. DB
yeah, that's fair too. Yeah, that's fair too. That's real too. But like we were saying, man. Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. But like we were saying, Carolina drafted Jimmy Horn, man. One of them boys out of Colorado. Everything that's been coming out of that camp, Jimmy Horn been doing what he been doing.
Came on the scene stunting.
But that's Jimmy though. Like Jimmy been wanting it. Like he been tough. He been good. Like he just got hurt. Got into some injury last year.
That ankle injury. But you would think it's an ankle injury he's coming off of.
Like, that boy's still sliding.
Direct quotes coming from Carolina camp. He's the twitchiest receiver.
Yeah, the twitchiest. They don't even say that he might be the best.
Exactly, man. Out of all the rookies.
Yeah. So I think that was a statement though when I said that like they said he's been like the most impressive. Or like they said that he's clearly been the best receiver. I think that's one report that I've seen. I think that's interesting. Like,
and that kid every day before and after practice on a jug machine.
On a jug, yeah.
He's been one of the last people to leave, just like Shador up in Cleveland.
But you know,
first person on, last person off.
Granted, I didn't necessarily like where Jimmy. I mean, he didn't go too much behind LeJohntay, but I think like. I always thought he was better than LeJohntay. I mean, I always thought Jimmy was like, because he got the speed to delete angles. Like
his first year campaign, like you just said.
Well, at USF?
Yes.
At USF? Yeah.
Yes, that freshman campaign went, bro. Just accelerate. Like, he's really fast, but it's just his acceleration is ridiculous. Like, him as LeJohntay got crazy acceleration.
And he make it look so smooth.
Yes, at
so
the top
smooth.
End. Like him and LeJohntay, arguably two of the fastest accelerating receivers out of this class. When he got LeJohntay beat is at top end.
Yeah,
Like
it
LeJohntay
might just be
Canada,
because
it's that route running and that snappiness.
that route running. The LeJohntay West, the route running is something serious.
The main difference, looking at both of them though, Jimmy can break out. He can speed break out almost every route. Like
every route he come out of that 1, 2 on that third step, he out of there. On that third step,
he don't need to beat no drum. Like
no.
You put him if he's in space, he ain't beating a drum like Levante is.
Like LeJohntay West, nah. But I also think where I think is the biggest difference in them though is their hands, bro. I think Jimmy is a better natural pass catcher. LeJohntay catches a lot of things with his body, I feel like. And watching LeJohntay play at Colorado, I felt, and maybe this is just me, but I felt like he was catching a lot of things with his body. It's like you saw a lot of body catches from LeJohntay West, and I think that's been my biggest knock on him since I've watched him play at Colorado.
I understand it. I can understand it. I will say, from what I saw, some of the catches he was making somewhat acrobatic. But the other thing is, too, watching both of them catch the ball, a lot of times when I see Shador passing LeJohntay, outside of, of course, the Hail Mary play that we all stayed up and watched, was that man, LeJohntay, was getting the ball like he's breaking his route, but zip on it every time. Not only is he catching with his body, but it's like as soon he gets out of break so fast, the ball is right there on him. Whereas Jimmy, too, like you know this from playing quarterback as well, Jimmy's going to be there. Like, you ain't going to zip. You just got to put it. Just don't line him up. Just don't line up that boy, and he catching it.
Yeah.
Now, he did have, I will say, I did see a couple drops early on to the season last year.
Yeah.
In the early half of the season with Jimmy, that would be my only nod towards his hands. Outside of that, the work show. Like, when they were both
that's what I'm saying.
Colorado,
yeah.
Even now, like, they're on the, like I was saying, they were on the jug machines before, after practice, staying consistent, working on a craft. Like, it's very, Jimmy is one of those people. I'll see him a couple clips from even well off too, and throughout the Colorado social media pages for the football team. I barely see that bro kicking it. Like he either got in the video or he there working. Like that man don't be kicking it for real.
No. Yeah, exactly, man. But speaking of Colorado athletes, man, Shiloh Sanders, he got a 3-year deal with the Bucks. Worth $2.97 million, but the reports have been coming out of his rookie minicamp too that he's far and away the smartest player out there. And granted, pads haven't been put on yet, but that's if I can get there, if I know where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, that makes up for the lack of athletic ability, and that makes up for a lot of stuff. He's just smart.
Lack of athletic ability.
I do. He's slow, bro. He's slow. Shiloh is slow, bro. Shiloh, he understand he plays safety. He plays safety. That's what helps him a little bit, but he's slow, bro. Shiloh is slow.
Slow? He ran 4.5 in Colorado though. That elevation.
But he's been in it though. He's been training in it. Like he's been training in it.
But you don't think he's gonna be any faster playing at other?
But you're talking about Chris. We're talking about training to run the 40. He trained to run the 40. I'm saying from what I see on film in games, like bro, we saw him jump the picks too though. Yeah, we saw him jump the pick and almost get walked down by what's his name from Colorado State, the receiver Horton, almost walked him down.
Okay, I gotta see that clip.
He pushed him in the end zone. Like he literally pushed him in the end zone.
I gotta walk. Okay. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I just want to see the full clip. Just see the body language. When
I say like, I mean, like don't get me wrong. Like that's why he's not really a cover. He's not really a cover safety either though. Like he's coming downhill. You're gonna put him in the box and you're gonna let him. He's filling holes. He's coming down, filling gaps, filling lanes.
Because while I see him like you saying, like coming out to the hole, he blitzkrieging it. Like
he coming downhill and he hitting you. And I don't think he's a bad cover safety, but I mean, and he gets matched like he's not big enough to match up with your tight ends. But he's too slow to match up with your slots. Like he's too slow.
See, to me, I don't think he's necessarily slow. I don't think he's quick, and his
still tight. Do you see the way he runs?
Because his leg motion is good, but up top he's
Yes, but his mobility, that's what I'm saying. His mobility, bro. It's like his mobility, like that hip mobility, that ankle mobility, bro. It's like as someone that ran track, bro, watching him run is like, bro, you look like loosen up, like why are you so tight?
Going back to watching him train for the 40, he legit had to because he ain't never like trained for nothing like that, or like seemed like he trained directly for the speed aspect of things.
And I guess I guess.
Because in Colorado, they did a lot of conditioning. Like, they did some speed work, but they did a lot of conditioning.
But he also, I think it also played, like, I kind of feel like, I'm sure he doesn't, but it kind of looks like he runs flat-footed. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Or not really? Like, it kind of looks like he runs flat-footed. Or at least more of the part of his foot that should be touching the ground, not, like, than I was taught. Like, you're taught to run, or I was taught to run on the balls of your feet. Like, you want to be light on your feet. He is not light. He is not. By no means.
No shade, because I'm gonna caught me a pair. But his dad cleats though help him.
That's fair. That's fair. But also, neither of them are fast. But it's also we don't see receivers playing and corners playing, and we see the linemen, some linebackers, and quarterbacks like
just more stationary.
Yeah.
Agile groups. Agile play personnel.
But man, his brother is out in Cleveland. We've been seeing a lot of clips come out of there. How do you feel about what you've been seeing coming out of Brown's rookie minicamp so far?
Hey man, you remember that moment in Star Wars when Anakin turned into Darth Vader?
You know what's so crazy? I'm not a Star Wars I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. Either.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Hey, Zero Dark 12 mode is activated right now. That kid,
he's not playing with them boys.
Boy, I saw the stat line on one of them days, like 32 for 35, 500 yards in practice, like 4 or 5 touchdowns. That was just one day in practice they tracked the stats.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care if they was on air or not. If they was on air, that's how you want it to look on air. The problem comes when it don't look like that on air. And from what we've been seeing, even when they not on air and they got defense, not only has he been dotting them up, but Dylan Gabriel ain't been doing what he been turning the ball over.
And Shador is not only just executing across the field, but in the red zone.
Red zone. In the red, where it matters, because you see a lot of young quarterbacks turn the ball over or not be able to capitalize because those windows are smaller. Everything's faster. Everything's faster. You got to read and react a whole lot faster.
And the thing, people, it's just crazy to me, like the type of narratives people try to spin about him. Because to say all of this and that about his decision making, he's taking too many sacks. But yet, it just goes back to his stats too, bro. You take all these sacks, quote unquote, you still complete with 70. With teams who are blowing teams out the water, not getting their starters subbed out. And ball don't lie. And it's translated clearly. Even his former offensive coordinator. Both his offensive coordinators have nothing but high remarks.
Both. He's had a new offensive coordinator every year in college.
Exactly.
If you don't know how difficult it is, you go look at a playbook, and then I want you to imagine learning that. A new one every 4 years.
Mind you, Shador wasn't even a 5-star.
Every year, every year. Bro, he wasn't a 5-star because he was a 4-star, but it's because them niggas was hating, bro.
And he was even, quote unquote, ranked top 10 in his class coming out of high school. We got a kid like, this is going to be a shot. This is going to sound like a shot. Malachi Nelson, 5-star.
No, that's real.
State champion out of California. That is now at, his third, fourth school?
But a guy that I understand he was playing for his dad, but he was good all 4 years. Freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year.
His dad was the offensive coordinator any of those 4 years. If you hear him talk, him and his dad go back and forth about talking about offense, how they want their offense to be ran.
But his pops said, though, like, you'll watch something on the field and be like, why did Shador do that? And then he come in and explain it to you, and it's like, duh. Like, or it's like, oh, that makes sense. Like, yeah, like, okay. Like,
hold up. I respect game on that aspect.
Right. It's just so crazy to me, like you said. But they gonna say what they want to. But at the end of the day, football is being played, and as long as these coaches and the people that are actually in the position at this point, because he's been drafted, like we've gotten past that. As long as the people that are in the positions making decisions are there, as long as they're going to do what they're supposed to do, I don't have no problem, bro. I don't have no problems, bro. And I think he'll handle his business and he gonna do what he's supposed to do. And I think he's going, like, whenever it is time to play football, bro, he's the best football player on the field. Like, even when Travis Hunter's on the field, Shador Sanders is the best football player, bro. Like, Travis Hunter's the best athlete. Shador Sanders is the best football player. Like,
I could agree with that. Speaking of Travis Hunter too, man, I've been wondering, have you seen anything news about Cameron Craig?
Cameron Silman Craig.
I've been seeing
Nah.
him. He's been out there practicing.
I was gonna say
I
he's been
haven't heard
practicing,
nothing bad.
but nothing. No, we haven't heard anything bad. But you're not really supposed to be hearing stuff out of these camps. Like, if you really look at it or think about it, bro, this is one of, like, the very few times in a long time that we've really been getting information out of rookie camps, or like out of mini camps, like across the league. Yeah, and it's like, but it's also because of how this rookie class shook up the league.
One of these first major, like, full NIL classes.
Yeah, and so I think it's bro. I don't know, but I don't know. I think he's doing pretty good though. I don't think my bad. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think he's not gonna let you cut him, bro. His work ethic and bro. Travis Hunter said that he learned what to do, his preparation and everything from Cameron Silman Craig, and like Cam at 5'10", bro. His work ethic, his heart, and the way his playing style, bro. He's not gonna let you get rid of him.
Number 32 too. Hey man, I saw somebody say it. I like the sound of it. Second coming in a Honey Badger.
I can see it though. They play very similar though.
Yeah,
undersized, and don't care.
Play it out of the heart, bro. He said it both seasons at Colorado. He loves the game. And from when he came from that life, even having to live with coaches at Jackson State, that kid, bro, he's gonna be in the league for a while.
For a long time, man. I think so, at least.
But there's two more players though from Colorado that I want to see the league do better on. One of those we already spoke of. Chidoze, the block bully.
And Nwankwo.
Yes. Green Bay, if you're hearing this, pick him up. We need him. We need him. We need that kid because he's going to stop the run. He's going to get there on a sack. And outside of maybe this last injury he had, which he actually came back to finish the season off from, and still was productive. Green Bay, LaFleur, Matthew.
No, Washington, we can go get him. I understand we got Jerzon Newton last year, but look though, we let Jonathan Allen walk.
Y'all straight playing?
Y'all
y'all straight.
Nah, somebody gotta stop Saquon.
Hey,
somebody got to deal with Philadelphia.
Somebody got to stop the Vikings. We got to stop the pass from getting to Jettis or Jordan Addison. We got to stop every offensive weapon on the Lions, and then we just got to keep reminding the Bears who daddy is at the end of the day too. But then also, man, the last part of this Colorado class that just went off to the league, minus BJ Green, shout out to him too. But did you hear about Will Shepherd? What is going on?
Will Shepherd, yeah. So basically, I think what's the name failed his physical.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Tampa Bay?
Yeah, they said he failed his physical.
Yeah,
he couldn't report. But from what I heard, the physical could be based off of a couple
anything.
Different things. Yeah.
Like it could literally anything. It's like just like the same thing that happened with the Lakers and what's his name, bro? Yeah, bro. It was just like bro. Or maybe it's like they. I'm not gonna say this was the case, but just like maybe they realized they didn't necessarily want him, or like I think it was a bad pickup for him anyway, bro. Because you look at how deep Tampa Bay's receiving room is. That's not. Why do you even want to be out there, bro? Like,
but I mean, the other thing is too, Mike Evans. How much longer he's gonna be around? Godwin, both of them are dogs, but Godwin his lower body been hurt for about half of his career.
His little body. That's
like no, I said his lower body.
Oh, I thought you said his little body.
I'm a Chris Godwin fan. No, I ain't gonna play my boy like that. But It's just the age sense of like, okay, somebody's got to step in the next couple of years,
Yeah. I mean, but you
But
look at they got Jalen McMillan, got Sterling Shepard, and you got Tez Johnson. Like I'm like that. They're deep, Chris. They're deep, Chris. You like Tez Johnson wasn't no scrub.
but
Sterling Shepard ain't no scrub.
he ain't no scrub, but he get older too.
Jalen McMillan. We can't out of Washington. We can't forget what he was doing in Washington. They got. I understand where you getting at, but my boy, we only got so much time. Like Chris Godwin can play another 3 years if he stays healthy. And then you got, and let's take Sterling Shepard and Mike Evans out the loop. Like that's not even Mike Evans. Who knows when he gonna retire? but take Sterling Shepard and him out. You look at Jalen McMillan and Tez Johnson. You still got 3 receivers, and so where and between Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan, you got your big receivers, bro. You don't, and then Tez Johnson, your slot, and what's his name isn't fast, bro. We saw him. He's straight jump ball. Like Will Shepard is jump ball. That's his guy. He's 6'4". Don't get me wrong, bro. 4.5 ain't slow. 4.5 ain't slow. I'm not knocking 4.5.
But that's true 4.5 though. Like that's not
okay,
us going to a camp running 4.5 and hoping they got lasers. That's like the
fair.
strictest a 4.5 could get. You feel me?
I've ran 4.5 on laser though. Like, and
okay,
so
you're fast too. So
like,
what?
that's
you ran 200. Like you know how to kick overdrive, know how to drive your legs. Like yeah. And that was even peak, was it?
Nah, no.
Okay, my guy.
No, yeah, no. I've hit 4.4 before. That, yeah, no. But man, I don't know. I hope that they. I don't know. I just don't think that was a. I think that was a bad situation for him. I hope somebody picks him up because I think he can make a roster. I think he's good enough to make a roster.
Will Shepard to the Ravens. There it is. There it is. I think
the Ravens gonna go get him.
Hey, better.
Might as well.
You better.
That ain't a bad idea though.
Exactly, man. You traded Bateman, get the draft pick. Hey, pull the Steelers with Bateman. Somebody need him. Somebody need him because the way we're starting to lose multiple 1,000-yard receivers, and we're just having an 1,800 like Jettas.
1,800 is ridiculous, bro. Justin Jefferson is really like we was having that conversation of like top 10, bro. Jettas is working his. I think Jettas like. Oh, we did top 5. I think Jettas already top 10. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You start looking at them numbers, bro, and that's rarefied air. Like you start talking Randy Moss type numbers. You start talking Jerry Rice. You start talking like he really doing stuff that ain't been done since Jerry. Like, so
I'm okay with trading 3 wide receivers for just Jettas from Green Bay, but I know that would never happen.
You said 3 of them niggas?
Yeah, because the Vikings ain't doing it.
He said 3 of them. Christian Watson ain't enough. Christian Watson ain't enough. He said 3 of them. Who else she gonna put in there?
If Watson finished this season healthy, then we could keep him. But if not, I'm sorry, my G.
You crazy as hell, bro. If I'm coming off of Jettas, Christian Watson the first nigga going in that deal. What are we talking about?
Golden. Let's keep Reed. Dang,
You can keep Golden. Keep Golden. But nah, actually, I need you to come off him too, though.
No.
I need you to come off him too, though. Because look, no, we just gave. That was you just spent the first round draft pick on him. You got to come off him too, though. You got to.
Yeah, we spent the first round, not a top 10, my nigga. Like,
Boy, do we realize what we talking about? Like, we're talking about Justin Jefferson, and you talking about
we're talking about that contract they done signed him to. We gotta be realistic. It's not like he's
signed him
not
to something
making bread.
stupid. They done signed him to something stupid. Yeah, they done signed that boy to something stupid.
That boy getting paid out, that man, and he's smart with his money too. So he gotta have money for a long time. Why not come play with J Love? Because your quarterback situation don't go good this year. What you finna do with them 1,800 yards? Not win no playoff games. Okay.
Well, what do it matter? What do it matter if you ain't winning? I don't know.
He come to us. We can beat the Lions. We got a better chance of beating Lions. He come to us. Go ahead and double team him. We got 2 tight ends.
Hey, guess what, buddy? I think you're forgetting who your quarterback is. He's gonna turn that shit over. He's gonna turn that shit over.
Jetter's gonna be down there with 2 people on him. He can catch that at that point. And he got a big.
You forget who your quarterback is. That's it. Your quarterback will turn the ball over and not even throw it at Justin
At
Jefferson.
that point,
He'll
he
turn.
got 3 options. He got Reed,
That
he
man
got
will-
Golden, he got Jettis.
That man will turn the ball over throwing the what's the name? Who y'all tight end?
Which one? Musgrave and
Musgrave. No, he'll turn it over. He'll be checking down the, trying to throw the Musgrave or something and turn the ball over. He won't even throw it to no 3 of them. None of them.
If it's not over 7 yards, we're running the ball past.
No.
If it's not over 7 yards, run the ball.
You
If
got
you're not
to.
looking to get 7 or more, run the ball. That's what I mean.
You forget who
all
your
that
quarterback
out.
is. You forget who your quarterback is. That's it. Said that boy. That's a
LaFleur-
gunslinger. That's a gunslinger.
So if it's 7 or more, you got the shot, cuz. You got Jettis 2-on-1. They can't guard the other 2 people.
I guess.
Don't play no cover. Now cover 1, go double team Jettis. We got 2 other take the top off.
Yeah.
Tight end room to back it up. And Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs is who I yeah. Josh Jacobs.
He's
Josh
He
Jacobs.
just haven't played no winning team, bro. Like,
No, that nigga was with the bro. He was with the Raiders, bro. Like,
exactly.
come, bro,
Yeah,
bro.
still like
Running, but he
franchise
ran
tag.
hard. Like, can we just please get him on the? Well, I mean, he's on a good team, but like, can we get him into the playoffs and really like wouldn't affect? Cause like, I'm not saying he's gonna have no Saquon like type. No, that's crazy. But like, I think my boy can really like he can be a game changer in the playoffs. As long as Jordan Love ain't turning that shit over. God almighty.
So I'm just gonna get another running back so we can hand it off to him more. Get that ball out of his hands as much as we do. Because we had to sit there. Like, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but man, we sit, like you said, he sits there or he try to make anticipation off of what he sees at first. That's where problems occur.
That is where.
I see why he sat. He still gotta learn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say within the next 3 years, or before within that last year, his contract being over, let's go get a quarterback. Let's go, because if that nigga come back asking for more, we don't win no playoff games.
But that's the thing though. It's like, bro, y'all already re-signed. Y'all signed that man to a contract before.
Bad,
Yeah, y'all signed him to a contract before he even played a game. Y'all signed him to his second contract before he really like even showed y'all he could play football. Like,
I know, man.
he sat for 4 years.
Exactly.
Do you know where he played college football at? Like in Utah.
Exactly.
Like,
Hey, you know what's
Not-
crazy?
not-
I thought he played at Nevada. I didn't even know he played at because it was either Utah State or Nevada because it was a blue school.
Nevada. Yeah, it was a Blues. It may have been Nevada. Nevada.
One
Where
of
did he
the Mountain
play?
West teams.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even Utah. Like the red and white Utah. Nah, my boy.
He said,
My
"I'm
boy
going to
was-
Steve Smith, my boy." That's here and there. We got more talk of that coming up.
Yeah,
Next couple episodes for sure.
That boy's still a bum though. Like, join Love, let's one.
Hey, I hope we see y'all this year in the playoffs talking crazy.
Y'all don't want that.
I'm gonna talk about you.
Nigga, come on now. You
Hey, the first time we played the Eagles, it was a close game.
okay? We played the Eagles. We had to play the Eagles 3 times. We beat the Eagles like once, but one the second time we played them was in the
We
playoffs.
beat them in the last 3 years, my G.
The second time we played them was in the playoffs. Like,
we done played them in the playoffs too. We got the same record damn near the last 3 years against that team.
no, we done beat them once we beat them once in 3 games last year.
Okay, the last 3 games we played them, we done beat them once too.
Well, that's just because y'all played them once. And y'all might play them once a year. Like, yeah.
Man,
But you know that you're Jordan Love is not, bro. Jordan Love's not outplaying Jaden Daniels.
no, 100%. But
Okay, but your best receiver. We could go receiver for receiver.
Bring that shit to the motherfucking field home. Fuck all that talking.
And we not.
Next time we play, we gonna see. Matter of fact, if we play at any point this coming season, we gotta have some stakes up, and we gotta keep the pod. We gotta put it in a pod so we stay accountable.
Oh, it's gonna be right here. We gonna do it right here. Yeah, we gonna do it right here.
First show, man.
So we can get into this college football, man. College football released a schedule.
Best season
At
of
least
the year.
they released like week 0 and week 1. Week 0 we got Iowa State and Kansas State over in Dublin, Ireland. We saw how them boy Pat McAfee and them boys over there acting a fool last year, wasn't he?
Man, they were ready to go up there and get drunk. What you talking about, man?
Yeah. But we always see something crazy happen in these games. I'm not sure if this counts as a conference game for Ohio State or Kansas State. But nah. But sometimes when they have these, because with the conference realignment, some of these games were scheduled before, and so they don't count as conference games. Yeah. So I don't know if this is a Big 12 conference game or not. But either team could win this game, so I don't think any crazy mess or anything unexpected is going to happen. But we do see a lot of crazy stuff happen with these overseas games.
Dylan Edwards, week 0.
I'm not big on Avery Johnson, but that is what it is.
He's solid.
He plays hard though. The kid has heart. He gonna play hard. That boy plays hard.
What 6'5", somewhere between 6'4".
He's a bigger quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And he can move too. Like, don't get him messed up now.
Oh no, most definitely. But I think with him is that, like you said, he can move. But I don't know that because he can run. I don't know that I take his explosive running plays over his bad passing plays. Like,
yeah, I feel that. But what?
I mean, granted, Lamar. Of course, it took Lamar to get to that time, but also Lamar had more explosive pass. Well, hell, even if you look at what he was doing at Louisville, but you can't really compare nobody to what Lamar was doing at Louisville.
That's like one of those once in a lifetime. Like,
yeah, you
if
can't
you were there, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, they got Stanford and Hawaii, and then you got Central and MEAC and I said Central and MEAC, Central and Southern in the MEAC SWAC challenge to open
People
up the season.
HU forget about every other school, huh?
That's crazy. I respect my HBCUs. I respect my other HBCUs. They might not be as good as Howard, but they still an HBCU. Man, week 1 and to open up the Dukes Mayo Classic, North Carolina. We got App State and Charlotte. It wouldn't surprise me if App went in there and rolled them boys.
Roll Nears by 50.
Yeah, 50 is crazy, but it wouldn't surprise me if they went in there and rolled them boys. It wouldn't.
It's one of our little brothers in the state, man.
Charlotte.
One of the little bros in the state.
Yeah, man.
Give App the ACC already. That's what I say. No, it's gonna be definitely interesting.
It ain't gonna make it worse. It ain't gonna make that sorry conference any worse.
Exactly, man. But honestly, it's gonna be interesting because we got a whole new coaching staff. We done got rid of former coach Sean Clark. Respects to you, my man. Former App State offensive lineman and offensive line coach for a lot of those conference championships we done played for the last couple of years. Got a lot of the South Carolina staff. I think our head coach is now App is the offensive coordinator formerly at South Carolina. So
yeah.
It should be an Appalachian State team that goes back to put points on the board and keep up that great defensive mentality we have. And anybody else who went to a different school in the state, Nears.
Man, then we got Auburn at Baylor. But boy, we about to steamroll them sorry ass Seminoles. Alabama.
Okay, hold on.
Alabama, we gonna steamroll them sorry ass Seminoles. Alabama, Florida State. Okay, go ahead.
We gotta take a roll back real quick. How do you feel about Jackson Arnold taking over this Auburn offense? And then they still have Coleman, that top freshman wide receiver. I have no clue why he picked Auburn. Cam Coleman.
Bro, can I be honest with you? Like, can I be real honest with you, bro?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I ain't never worried about what the hell Auburn got going on. Like,
hey, Alabama
I ain't never
say that until get close.
Only time I've ever been worried about them, bro. We had a bad year last year, and we still handled them in the Iron Bowl. The only time I'm ever worried about them bums out in Auburn, man, is when they had Cam Newton. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not worried. Like, yeah, they'll land a big recruit every now and then, but bro. It is what it is.
If they gave Tate Bisbee his justice while he was there, that would have been another problem for y'all.
But they don't never land enough of them. They don't never land enough of the big dogs. Like,
for sure.
They don't never land enough of the big dogs. It ain't like they like, who is that, Texas A&M? It's either Texas A&M or Ole Miss. Who they'll bring in a crazy freshman class, but damn, 2 years later, all them boys gone. Like, all the boys spread out across the country.
Texas A&M wasted their talent. Why is Musa Muhammad's son We did not like people didn't even know Musa Muhammad's son played for Texas A&M. They didn't know about him till he got to Carolina just
Whoa,
now.
yeah,
Like, and then Everett Stewart is at Oregon.
yeah, he is.
Like, man, like it's ridiculous to me. But that's neither here and there. Now on to this.
To that steamroll y'all boys about to get in week 1.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be real. And y'all can clock me in the comments. I've been a Florida State fan.
He said y'all can clock me in the comments. You know some bullshit about to come out his mouth.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
a Florida State fan since EJ Manuel, a little bit before that. I done seen these genetically engineered motherfuckers ruin my years of Florida State since DeAndre Francois.
Oh yeah. Hey, guess what we did? Hey, look. I don't like the fact that we single-handedly ended his career, but not only did we end his career, we ended the whole organization, college, whatever you want to call Florida State in their football program. We ended it. We ended all of that in one hit.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now: if we lose by more than this is gonna sound crazy because I'm a fan.
21. 21.
Hey, we thinking the same thing because if I get beat by 21, boy, there's gonna be we got some everybody got questions in that locker room. But now, realistically though, we're getting beat. If we get beat, we're losing by more than 21 by halftime, and we go on to lose by more than that by the end time that game ends. Hey. I ain't gonna be too hard to find. I'm gonna be with prominent up in Colorado, dog. That's all I'm
You a
saying.
Colorado fan? Yeah, now my boy saying he gonna be a Colorado. I mean, you already on that. You on that. You already walking that teeter, and you like me. I teeter that line between Colorado and Bama. But like at the end of the day, I've been an Alabama fan. I was a Nick Saban fan. I'm really a coach. Like I like coaches. I like coaches' styles. I like the way like.
I was a Jimbo fan. I should have jumped shit with Jimbo.
Boy, I ain't never. Boy, Jimbo will recruit his ass off though. Jimbo ain't a bad coach. Jimbo is not a bad.
Because Jimbo had Kelvin Benjamin playing out. Man, what?
Out his mind, huh? Out his mind, huh?
I'm telling you, bro. Like Dalvin Cook. Like I'm a huge Dalvin Cook fan. I was a huge Cam Akers fan.
That's why I said that boy. He gonna recruit too though. Like
huge Devonta Freeman fan. Kyle Rudolph, like, bro. But man, like Jordan said, DeAndre Francois got hurt, and them Bama backwood witches put a curse on us.
Not Bama backwood witches. Not Bama backwood witches.
Hey, that's the way it's looking.
Bro.
Even now, Jordan Travis' career just ended.
But it wasn't because Alabama. It wasn't because Alabama. It wasn't because
Alabama. Because the trajectory just don't make sense. We lose one head coach. I understand we went ahead and hired a coach from a whole conference lower. And people are still believing in the rebuild. But what do you have to say for yourself at the
last season? No, you can't.
I can't explain that. I'm the fan. Like,
bro, that was bad. Like that, it was really
not
like
just DJ. Like DJ.
No, that's the thing too, bro. That's what pissed me off.
Bro.
That's what pissed me off, bro. Is motherfuckers out here acting like it was DJ Uiagalelei's fault, bro. No, that was a bad football team from top to bottom, bro. Like I'm talking about offensive line, defensive line, receivers, corners, linebackers, running backs. Ass. Like, everybody.
Bro, when we play like week 2 along, it was just like nobody cared. And like Peyton Preston, one of our Peyton
did not care.
One of our defensive ends, stop caring, bro. Like you can see this man's jogging once the ball is 2 yards past him upfield. And he was a projected first rounder to start the year.
DJ Lundy, you would have wished you went to Colorado now, don't you? Oh, but that bag was calling you back to Florida State, wasn't it?
Exactly.
All right.
And we had full linebacker room, bro. Supposed to be studs.
Dogs.
What's his name? I can't pronounce his last name. But one of our corners got drafted. Our best corner.
Oh yeah.
Like 6'2", 6'3", press mad. Like there was no reason
for y'all to be so sorry.
Yes, bro.
I feel like it just comes down to putting your players in bad positions, and they didn't put them in good positions to be successful. That ain't my business.
That ain't confused, bro. Defense was out there confused for what?
Hey, but guess
at home Like
at home.
at home, bro. Like we just giving signals. We are a signal calling team. Look at the sound line. Like, come on, bro. But man, yep. My Florida State, my career with him might be over, man, as a fan.
That's how you feel. I don't even blame you. I mean, I was about the same way after that BS we was putting out last year. I mean, we still won 9 games, but bro, like we were not a good football team last year, and I'm tired. I hope it was just Kalen DeBoer's first year in the SEC, and he didn't really know what he was getting himself into. Like I don't know, but I know that Kalen DeBoer can't keep doing this. I know that they're gonna be calling for his job. They already calling for it. They're gonna be calling for it. They really gonna be calling for it next year if he don't win at least 10 games. Because you got to understand that Alabama a 10-win season is a failed season.
I'm about to say average is like y'all at the most lose one game.
We'll lose one. 10 games is a failed season at Alabama. Like, and that is a standard that Nick Saban set, and it needs to be upheld. And I'm looking at you, Kalen DeBoer. We need more. We need more.
Being a top 4 at Alabama, being a top 4 seed in the playoffs is the standard. The rest is for y'all to figure out.
Thank you.
Like quite literally, bro.
Thank you. But you know who ain't holding those standards? Brian Kelly and them bums at LSU, man. They got Clemson. I do like that Clemson has grown a pair, and they now have scheduled a 10-year thing with Notre Dame. Notre Dame too, because y'all bums don't want to play nobody, but y'all want to get into the playoffs. Oh, I got something for y'all. Hey, Notre Dame, I got something for y'all when the football season come around. Because I don't even like y'all are the Cowboys of college football. Y'all don't do shit. Y'all had one good season. Y'all have finally made it back into relevancy this year. But y'all haven't won a national championship since the 80s. Since the 80s. Like,
that's
but
crazy. But I don't like that analogy though.
They're the Cowboys of the college football. They consistently get primetime games because they got this stupid contract with NBC. They're constantly being talked about preseason just for them to go out there and win 8 games. They were good one year with Mantateo, and Mantateo talked about how them boys got out there. They played Alabama, and them boys went out there and busted their heads. You go out last year, you were just outmatched by Ohio State. I like Marcus Freeman. I hope my boy Marcus Freeman. I think he's the change that we have wanted at Notre Dame.
100%.
Now I think they're going to play some real football, bro. I'm sick of this bullshit. Every year we talking about these bums, but every year they ain't got nothing to talk about.
They got Jeremiah Love coming back, man. I think what's gonna hurt Notre Dame the most though is losing that defense that kept them in games because they lost a middle linebacker. I know they lost Watts, lost Ryan Clark's son.
Yeah.
I think they lost the corner.
I don't think I realized Ryan Clark's son was really as nice as he was.
Yeah, bro.
He's a ball player. He's a ball player,
too,
bro.
You know the second Moss that got picked up too?
Who?
Now, you didn't know about Tigo. Santiago, I think, little brother. He played at South Met with my cousins. My cousin knows.
Whoa.
Yeah, that boy was 6'3" as a sophomore. I can't remember where he played college ball because I think he had committed to a small school coming right out of high school. But they called him Tigo. I think it's like Santiago.
Mm-hmm.
But they call him Tigo Moss. That boy been at Vikings rookie camp too. Yeah, that motherfucker a little bigger than his brother.
I don't know. I mean, not trying to be funny, but like we played against him, bro. We thought Thaddeus was better at DN than he was tight end. But my boy went to LSU, played tight end. He got a chance in the league.
First, NC State.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
He spent 2-3 years. It was just special teams. And they actually got PT at LSU.
Okay, but bro, was he nice at LSU?
He was on that national championship team. Yeah, he was.
Was he nice at LSU?
For what the heck,
okay.
Bro? That same team, you had Jamar Chase.
I'm saying that's what I get what you're saying, but was he actually getting what was his numbers like during that 2019 season?
Yeah.
What was his numbers like? That's what I'm saying. Like we saw Thaddeus Moss play and we thought he was better in high school at least. We thought he was a better defensive end than he was tight end.
Solid though.
Like what just I don't know. Like
one quick second.
Like, nah, bro. Like, no, Chris. No, no, Chris. Like my boy ended the season with 47 catches. He went for 570. He had 4 tugs. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Especially when you look at the you look at the who was around him. It wasn't. It's not bad. It's not bad. No, don't get me wrong. It was
And
not
they
bad.
had Terrence Marshall on that same team.
He played his role.
And Clyde.
He
Just
played his
it.
role. He played his role.
Like, I think he did amazing. Well, I'm really saying he did an amazing job of playing his role. Now,
Yeah,
if he would
he
have been
played
there
his
for
role.
longer, maybe he would have been an even better tight end.
Hey, my boy,
He
he averaged 12 yards a catch. He averaged 12 yards a catch.
And he not fast. He ain't that fast. We know that.
He didn't do nothing at NC State.
All I saw him at NC State was on kickoff return.
He did nothing at NC State. And it's like, was that wasted talent or was he just not getting it done?
He won a Jordan National Championship team and contributed.
Yeah, but nah. Yeah, I get where you coming from. Don't get me wrong.
That's a fool.
I get where you coming from.
He was a true tight end. I know he wasn't no Travis Kelce. He wasn't no Isaiah Likely. He was a true tight end.
I get where you coming from, but that team was gonna win a national championship regardless who was at tight end. I'm sorry, that's crazy.
Just that little bit better. He had 500 more yards for Burrow. He helped pad Burrow stats.
Yeah,
and the running game too. He was blocked. And that's a big motherfucker. That motherfucker was over there.
Well, them niggas did not need no running game. That boy threw for like 4,500 yards. They did not need no running game, man. But I think the most intriguing, like what I think is going to really be a good game. I think LSU and Clemson can be a good game. Mm-hmm. But I really think that actually we got quite a few good games. We got quite a few good games. we got quite a few.
I had to keep the heaters down there.
Georgia, we got Georgia Tech and Colorado, and then Texas at Ohio State. We'll start with Georgia Tech, Colorado. I think that is going to set the tone for both team season, and we'll start with Georgia Tech. Okay, I'm pretty sure Hayes, their quarterback, is returning.
Yeah.
And
Texas A&M quarterback.
And they gave people trouble last year, bro. Like, especially at the end of the season, the way they played against Georgia. Like, Georgia Tech had a sleeping season. Like, they were better than what you may think Georgia Tech was last year. Mm-hmm. And so I'm interested in seeing how they come out this season. But I think that week 1 game, like, I don't like that college football. You are now able to lose 2-3 games and still get to the playoffs. I don't like that, but I guess people's season's not over after that first loss. And so
I think two is a solid. 3 is a stretch. I think 3 is only going to be based off the strength of schedule who you lost to.
That's fair. But the team that got a lot of questions going on this year, Colorado, man. So while I think they're a better overall team than they have been the past 2 years, even though you do lose 2 of your better players in Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Like, they don't retire their numbers. Too. Yeah, I'm not. I think Colton Hood was the biggest loss, but it's also because I think his brother left.
Yeah, his brother's still in the portal, though. He hasn't committed that I know of. Because people were saying him and his brother want to leave together. People were like, no, if that was the case or the bag was the case, they would have left together to the same school. But I think they both actually have inspiration. What they probably wanted. Well, I don't know about Colton because Colton's been hurt all off season. Hasn't played at all. I don't know if his brother was hurt or what was going on with him. But I think probably with his brother partially is the fact of how deep that running back room is.
That running back room is, yeah.
Because they still got.
And I also, are you what Marshall Faulk is looking for? Because Marshall Faulk. I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but Marshall Faulk was one of, if not the, like, he set the standard for running backs having to catch the football, bro. He set the standard for running backs doing more than just running the football.
Exactly, bro. And then they just got the running back from the Cinnamon Ward too, out the portal. They got Dallin Hayden. They have Michael Williams.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Arley's still around, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the two other running backs. I know Batista is another kid.
Oh, I don't think they run it. I think that's also why they're going to play Caden Salter, is to be able to run the ball, because they got to they can't throw the ball like they have been. They don't have Shador Sanders. Like,
And
then
receiver wise, we only got like what I think Jaylon or Marion is gonna start, but outside of that, it's damn near.
whoa, Chris, whoa. They got Buddy from Florida State. They got Buddy from Florida State.
Oh, that receiver room deep too, cause
that Colorado's receiving room is stupid.
They got the three freshmen that just came in. Florida State, Mr. Campbell University, Cecilia.
Mr. Kid, the nigga dude from Campbell, boy, 6'4".
2 transfer receivers, the 2 light skins. No, the other freshman, the light skin, I think freshman receiver, Buddy from Tulsa, the jump ball.
Chris, they're deep. They're deep.
Marion, Terrell.
And I'm sorry, you're not sitting Draylon Miller and Omarion Miller down, bro. Omarion done showed you he don't need but a few touches, and he going for 200.
He don't need a speed either.
He going for 200.
Jaylon, like who he's.
I think Omarion,
Baby Debo,
but I think Omarion is deceptively fast, bro. Like he don't, and I think his size is deceptive too. He's bigger than most people think, but that boy can. That motherfucker can move. Like it don't look like he can move, but it's like you see him run, go catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Go catch him.
And then if you with him, hey, we even.
I'm leaving. But it's like if they even, he leaving. And he man, that deep.
Somebody else might transfer unless. Well, I'm trying to think. Buddy from Campbell, grad year.
They can't. I mean, they gotta wait until the winner's portal now.
Yeah, there's gonna be somebody transferring like that's actually could get playing time though, because Jaylon is a sophomore. Omarion, what? He's like a redshirt junior.
Yeah.
Terrell is about to be out of there. Terrell Simmons. Sincere is about to be out of there. I don't know where your Florida State kid is.
Terrell Simmons, yeah.
Terrell Simmons, he ain't, bro.
He's no scrub.
Exactly.
He's no scrub.
He definitely, if he would have started NC State, they needed him.
Yeah, he's no scrub. He's no scrub.
Yeah, that's some dogs over there. And then the linebacker room is deep too. I would love to see what Levante brother, but then the 2 transfers they got.
Bro, why do they be hating on? Why do they be hating on Coach Hart, bro? Why do they be hating on Coach Hart, bro?
Like, bro,
I don't know why they be hating on.
Dogs. Like,
I don't know why they be hating on Coach Hart, bro. I don't know why they be hating on Coach Hart. But that's neither here nor there, man. Our next matchup, we got Texas and Ohio State. I hope Texas come out and boy drag the hell out of Ohio State. I'm gonna make it known. I do not like Big Ten football. I do not like the Big Ten. I don't care for Big Ten football. It's SEC. I understand Texas came from the Big 12. I don't care about the Big Ten, bro. Y'all win national championships in years of uncertainty. Y'all don't win national championships. Y'all don't win national championships when we got them dogs down there in the South. When Georgia got them dogs. When Bama got them dogs. Y'all ain't winning no championship, man. Y'all win national championships in years of uncertainty. Y'all won that first 4-team national championship. Okay, like y'all won last year. Okay, like
every 5 years.
That's what keep y'all relevant, bro. Every 5 years, about right. Yeah. Every 5 years, about right. Y'all going somewhere, man.
I don't see. I love the receiving room, Ohio State too. I love the DB room, linebacker room. The only thing
they got Jeremiah Smith. Find somebody to guard him. Find somebody to guard.
Double team. The rest got to beat us.
Bro, Ohio State's always gonna have the deepest receiving room in college football.
I think they'd be top 5 year in year out because you got states like a Texas team, a Florida team. Somewhere the dirty South between y'all, Louisiana, and then maybe a Cali school every couple of years.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State is in the mix. I guess if you want to count Oregon now, well.
I have no respect for Dan Lanning in Oregon. I'm not gonna. That's a whole other conversation. That
is a whole other conversation.
Don't even get me into that week. I mean, I know they Big Ten now, but don't even get me into that weak ass Pac-12. That they don't even get me. Hey, we're not even gonna get into it. Not right now.
But,
not right now. Man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Ohio State does not score early.
Arch Manning is going.
Flame on.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sorry.
time.
You say what you want to. That kid can play football. That I don't care about the last name. That you look at the throws that he can make. And I know mentally he's there. And I know mentally he's there.
He was.
And I know mentally he's there. So bro.
Now all it is to be the starter quarterback, a trained to be starter quarterback. Get ready for
Why? Like he's the reason why Quinn Ewers went 7th round this year. Quinn Ewers should have stayed in college.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, though, if he stayed in college, honestly, if he would have stayed in college, Arch taking that job. So it's a business.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it was either he wasn't going to stay at Texas. It was either transfer or go to the league. He chose to go to the league. I mean, that boy was not staying at Texas. They was pushing him out last year. To be real.
Low key, you ain't lying.
No, they was pushing him out last year.
He had Sarkisian pissed off.
Mad. But I mean, bro,
Sarkisian's a good coach too.
I got my opinions about Sark. He came from Alabama, though. You know, he came from that Nick Saban coaching tree. Now, that boy can coach the hell out of some offense. But a head coach...
You just got to let them reign. You got to give him some time with them reins, man.
I guess, man. I guess.
Coach O pulled one out.
Who?
Coach O pulled one out. You just had to give him some time.
I guess, man.
Lane only downfall is that he has to play in y'all conference.
Lane is another one. Brilliant offensive mind.
Now who's the other one? Kirby. He's been having to play in your conference.
Kirby is the one defensive minded head coach who I think Kirby's going to be on that Alabama winning 7. He's going to win 7 national championships in 15 years. Like, I don't know if it's exactly going to be like that. I don't know if it's exactly going to be like that. But
I can see him getting 4.
In 15, 5.
The replicate.
He done already went back to back, Chris. He done already went back to back, Chris.
Okay.
He done already went back to back, Chris.
I don't like y'all, but we both understand.
Nick's the GOAT.
Because here go the thing. Exactly. Nick had everybody checked in on the whole same mindset. For those 2 back-to-back years, like you said, you're right. They were checked in. But putting outside of it just being the players and the players' decisions, to have all of this off the field stuff happening on such a consistent basis, these are now young adults in this world, which I totally understand. I ain't trying to give nobody no slack, because if you do something wrong, you did something wrong. You can become better from it, though. But also, there's got to be something like, with everything that you're investing in these players, there's got to be some give back on. You don't got to monitor them. They ain't no kid no more, but you and your locker room got to get everybody clicked in on the same page.
You have to. Especially with these speeding tickets, bro.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, exactly.
They should have been in the last year.
But but like, I think even this year, like, what's his name struggles. Like, first of all, people talk like, yes, I can make the point that him having a bad receiver core, or not, his best receiver is not being able to play. Like, yes, their receivers weren't the best, but bro, what's his name didn't help. Like, he didn't. Carson Beck did not help the fact, bro. Carson Beck did not have a good season. Both things can be true. People coming at me talking about, okay, how can you talk about him having a bad season, but then you talk about the receivers being bad? Both things can be true. Like, yes, they were leading college football at one point in drops, but Carson Beck also was not playing good football.
Exactly. He didn't make it better.
No, we watched the games and he did not help the situation. Like, he did not help the situation.
Even Jackson Dart was being prolific and dotting people up. Like,
but that's offense. But I think that's the thing too, bro. Is Kirby's got to find him an offensive mind. Like that's what really separated what made Nick in Alabama great. He found great offensive coordinators, and Kirby's gonna have that defense. Kirby's gonna have that defense ready to play. Kirby's a defensive genius, but Kirby gotta
need a player personnel staff and an offensive coach.
Yeah,
offensive minded. Shoot, call Lane up. Nah, Lane ain't going nowhere. Lane enjoying the ball. Lane having the ball. He just want to win some more football games. That's all it is.
He not going. Yeah, I think they had them talks, but I don't think they going.
Because could you imagine Kirby with either Lane or Steve
Sarkisian? Yeah.
Boy, oh my God! Like,
nah, I can't even do it. Can't even do it. That's about like Like when Priest talking about damn Wemby and Giannis, nigga. Nah, I can't even. We ain't even gonna entertain
Actually, you know
that.
what? Go get Chip from Ohio State. Tell him to come down to Georgia.
Nah, Chip, with the Eagles. I think Chip went to the league.
Oh, what's the Kelly? That's
No,
up
Chip
there.
Kelly. No, he went back. No, he left. He went from dang. He left Ohio State and signed. He going to the league. But he back in the league.
Oh,
I think once Chip realized he didn't want to be a head coach no more, he was like, I'll go back to the NFL, man. Chip Kelly, like, bro, Chip Kelly, I think people really forget, and I think it goes back to recency bias, bro. Chip Kelly really started to change football. Like, Chip Kelly really changed the game of football, bro. When you look at like what he was doing with Oregon, like them boys were playing some ball, like
scoring,
so
like putting up points,
scoring, yeah,
blazing.
yeah. No, it's all yeah. He didn't care about no defense.
Nah,
We gonna run faster. We too fast.
Exactly. We too fast. You gotta keep up before we play defense.
But that's why Alabama folded them boys though. When they started hitting them, they folded them boys.
You ain't lying. I know they felt that.
Do you want to get into this Colts and Bill Belichick stuff? Because when we put the other stuff together, we gonna have at least an hour and a half.
I was gonna say
If you want,
cool mostly because I gotta pee really bad. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. No, all right. Yeah, we cool. I can edit the end of that shit out.